Hey there. So, I proposed August 30th, and today is September 4th, and I can't say that the past 5 days have been an amazing blessing, but it's been up and downy, I guess. It's, I guess, the most critical and the most excruciating part of this journey, and I just want to talk about that right now. So, there's a lot of things that I did not mention about the day that I proposed to her, like the fact that the morning of the day I proposed at 2 a.m. I was up on the couch, like crying for the third time in my life that I could remember, and I was crying because I didn't know what to do, because here was a girl that I wasn't 100% sure about, but if I didn't make up my mind, I would lose her forever. And I was like, why can't you figure it out, Sal? Like, why can't you just decide? Why can't you just make up your mind? And that got to me, and I cried. And and then something triggered me to decide to move forward with this. I guess the thought of, if I don't do anything, it's over right now, because her time was very limited in her chance to bring someone that she wanted to marry, as opposed to her parents picking something out. That's just some Eastern cultural stuff we just have to deal with. Um, so I decided that, but in saying that, like, that was the third time that I cried, but that wasn't the only time the day that I proposed that I cried. And that's also very significant, because after I did the whole proposal thing, we went to the mall and to hang out with her friends. And during that time of hanging out with her friends, that was the first time I was out in a social setting after I had proposed. And I don't know if it's like cold feet or just being at the mall and seeing all these other colorful fishes swimming around, and knowing that I was stuck with this one. um, that was kind of uneasy, and I was like, did I really just do this a couple hours back? Did I just sign myself to this girl for the rest of my life? And that really kind of sank in at that hanging out during the mall. And she saw that I was kind of down, and I was very down. I was depressed even. I was like, why did I do this, Sal? Because, like, she wasn't everything that she could be, and although I knew in my mind, and I know in my mind, that she can be that perfect girl that at one point in life I thought didn't even exist. I know she can be that. I just don't know if she's going to put in the effort to be that girl, to improve herself and be everything that I see in her. And but at the same time, I didn't want to lose her. So call it a gamble, a risk, or blind faith. I had to just know that I was going after this girl, and like I wouldn't have to wonder later in life what would happen if I had gone with this girl. So anyway, so I dropped her off after the mall with her friends, and then I came back to my place here, and I was gonna take a nap, and because I was tired from like crying at 2 a.m. in the morning, and then waking up extra early to do the whole proposal thing, and so I was gonna take a nap, and I I got into bed, and for some strange reason, like I couldn't explain why, I felt this urge to just cry. And it's crazy because I don't cry, and here I was two times in the same day for this, like, for the same person. I was crying, and the thing about me crying is that after the first time I cried, like significantly, um, I told myself and I promised myself that I would not cry as much as I could resist it. And if I did cry after after all of my resistance failed, that would mean that I'm facing something very special in my life. So it was kind of a way of evaluating how special something is or how significant the matter is to me. And so the fact that I was crying twice that day, I don't know, it was pretty significant. But the thing is, I cried for two different reasons. Like one at 2 a.m. because I realized that I was losing this girl, and after I came back from the mall and I was trying to take a nap, when I cried then, it was because I realized that I was stuck with this girl. So two different reasons, and I cried because I realized that I may not ever get the girl of my dreams, and I know that I can keep this girl happy. I just didn't know if she would keep me happy, and that got to me. And so while I was crying, she texted me. She's like, her and her brother and her friend are gonna go to the beach to meet them there, like ASAP. And so I couldn't take a nap, got back up, and the whole time that I was driving to the beach, I was like, I had my shades on because it was still kind of sunny. It was like during the evening time, like around maybe 6 o'clock ish, and I was just dripping tears, like, and just telling myself that my life's goal now is just to keep this girl happy. My happiness no longer matters, and I can never let her see that I wasn't happy inside. And I would just like live this lifestyle where like, during the daytime I keep her happy, and during the midst of night I would cry silently. Holy shit, that's depressing. And so with that kind of, like, I had to convince myself of that, and the whole ride to the beach, I just was like, Sal, you just have to give up so much of whatever you wanted in life, and now you have to commit yourself to this thing and give up all those dreams and fantasies and all this other stuff that got you excited about life and stuff like that, and now you're stuck with this girl, and this girl that you don't know, that you know can be everything, you just don't know if she will. But during the whole time that I was driving there, I was also listening to a song. It's called Death Cab for Cutie. I Will Follow You Into the Dark. So I was listening to that song like at least 13 times as I was going to the beach, and at a certain point I had to stop because I didn't want her to see that my eyes were still watery or red or whatnot. So then I had to listen to some other songs to flush that sadness out of my eyes. Anyway, that is depressing. But I met her brother there, and her brother's like amazingly compatible with me. It's like if it's like he crossed from another universe, and he is the me from that universe. We have just like so much in common, and the conversations that I had with him that day was more interesting than I had with my girl, and that was just depressing even more. But I really liked meeting her brother, and then we went out to eat and whatnot, and that was the end of that day. But there's still more that I must explain.